Hi guys. I'm here again with another video. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys liked the first video I posted. So as I said in the first video, I went to go film the look that I was wearing in that video with the brown smoky eye and the purple lip, and third of the way through it stopped filming. Don't know what happened there. It was a complete mess. But anyways, so I thought I would film a tutorial for that video again. I just got a new camera as well, so I hope the quality is a little bit better and the lighting, and I got this nice little backgrounds. I gave you guys two different looks, one with the purple lip and one without the purple lip. If you guys just aren't really up for it, if it doesn't really suit you or you just don't like it, that's perfectly fine. A brown smoky eye like this can kind of go with anything. I usually wear it with just like a nude gloss, but I thought I'd change it up a little bit. Anyways, let's get started.
Okay guys, we're gonna get this going. We're gonna start off with foundation. It's the Garnier BB Cream Skin Renew in the shade Light Medium, and also the Covergirl+Olay Concealer Balm in 330, but no one wants to see me do that, so I'm just gonna skip over that. Then I'm gonna set all that with my MAC Fix in the shade C3. That is my wintertime shade. I'm just gonna put that all over my face to kind of take out that shine and make it nice and matte and make sure that my foundation does not go anywhere. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that BB cream just on my eyelids as a little bit of a base and a primer. I also forgot, I always put the Urban Decay primer on my lids to make sure that my eyeshadow does not go anywhere. But this kind of helps just make sure that I have an even coat and no veins or anything are going to show through the eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go into my palette. I'm going to start off, if I can open it, I'm going to start off and I'm going to take that shade right there. It's Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek with my E40 blending brush by Sigma. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid and the crease with not really any specific motion or anything, just kind of getting it all over there. This is going to be our transitions shade. It's a beautiful, nice peachy, and yeah, just you can pack it on as much as you want. And then going back into the palette, I'm going to take that nice reddish brown. It's called Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to use that same E40 blending brush. Just kind of does the job for you. It puts the color on and blends at the same time. And I'm going to put it again into the crease, the same place I put Peach Smoothie, but not as up into the eyebrow area region. I'm going to keep it a little bit more into the crease and into the lid area so there's a little bit more of a layering going on there. And I'm going to go ahead and do this on the other eye as well. Just going to skip over that because no one wants to see me do 20 million things. Then I'm going to go into that palette again and using Mocha by Makeup Geek once again. And I'm going to use my MAC 217 for this just because it's a little bit of a smaller brush so I can blend it but still get it into the crease a little bit better than using that E40. I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. And this you really want to just blend everything out. Take your time blending so everything looks smooth and put together and there's no harsh lines anywhere. And it's also a bit of a process. As you can see, I keep going down and taking a little bit more at a time. It just blends out everything a lot better rather than taking on a whole bunch on your brush and then having a big blob on your eyelid. So just keep blending that out until you like what you see. Just gonna speed it up a little bit here. No one wants to sit here all day. Ooh, and I'm gonna boogie a little. And I'm also gonna repeat this process on the other eye, doing the exact same thing. And then I just took my E40 with no extra product on it and just blended everything out just to make sure everything looked nice and smooth. And then I went in and I took my MAC 217 again, and I decided that I wanted to bring it down on the a little bit more rather than just having it more of a cut crease type look. I wanted this to be a little bit more smoky, so I took a little bit more of that Mocha and I put it all over my lid. and just blended it out and did the exact same thing on the other side. Now it's time for eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner. It's from Walmart. It is, if I could find it, it's the Maybelline Master Precise Eyeliner in black, of course. I find that this eyeliner has a really nice thin pointed tip, so you can really make a nice wing out of it. So how I do my liner, I just kind of make a thin line on the lid first, and then I go in and I make my little wing. I draw it out, and then I'll go back and I'll fill in that wing and make the liner on the lid a little bit thicker as I go. And then I'm going to do the exact same process on the other side, and hopefully they turn out even. That's me dancing. And there you go. It's the finished eyeliner look. Then I'm going to my Tamanna palette, which is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going to take that chocolate shade right over there just because I decided that I wanted the crease to be a little bit darker, a little bit more intense. So I went ahead and I took my MAC pencil brush. It's the 213. And I just deepened that crease a little bit using that chocolate shade. And then I took my MAC 217 with a little bit, teensy bit more chocolate on it and just blended that out just so everything would be nice and smooth. It's all about blending. It's the key to success in life. And then I took my MAC 239. It's very similar to the MAC 217 blender, but a little bit smaller and a little bit denser, so you can really pack on colors with that. I went into my Tamanna palette and I took the color Fresh, I believe it's called, and I put that all over my lid just so there would be a little bit of a difference there from the dark to the light. You want to have a nice gradient. I should have done this before my liner. I only realized after, but what can you do? So I'm just putting it all over there and blending it out a little bit so it looks nice and good. And then I went in with my liner again just to go over that, go over any fallout that may have happened and remake that as black as it can possibly be. And then I'm deciding to do my brows next. This is also from Walmart, a great product. It has the brow stick on one side and a little teensy brush on the other just to comb all those individual hairs and make everything look nice and smooth. It's called the Annabelle Brow Liner in the shade Universal Medium. I don't like it when my brows look too dark, so I went for something that's a teensy bit lighter than my actual brows, just so everything looks good, if you feel me. And then I went back and used that little teensy brush just to brush everything out, and if anything looks too dark, I use this and it kind of takes a teensy bit of the product off, so if anything looks too dark, it just straightens everything out. Then I'm going to go back with that fresh color from the Tamanna palette using my MAC 239, and I'm going to highlight right under the brows, as you can see here. And I'm also going to use that to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of concealer just to awaken that under part of the eye and lighten it up a little bit and look a little bit more healthy, if you know what I mean. I'm using the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous in the shade Light. It's just like a nice little stick, easy to apply. I put it under my eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead, and using my finger, I'm just going to blend all that out. And then I'm going to go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, which I love. And I'm going to use that banana shade and just put it right under my eyes just to set that concealer and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm going to use this contour brush from MAC. It is the MAC 168, I believe. And I'm going to go into the contour kit and just use all three shades. I don't really know which one I'm going to use. I kind of just mix them all. Ooh, and I have hair in my mouth. Yeah, yummy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and contour my cheeks. This brush is awesome. It has a nice angle on it, so it's really easy to get into those hollows of the cheeks, but it's also nice and big enough that you can still use it to blend out those shadows, so nothing ever looks too harsh. So I contour the hollows of my cheeks, my temples of my forehead, and connect it in the middle. And I also contour my nose a little bit, as you'll see a little bit sooner. But I find that where I contour just gives me a nice glow, a nice healthy tan. I don't go overboard with it and make myself look like an Oompa Loompa or anything, but you know. And then I'm going to go and take this big fluffy brush and just blend everything out, make sure I don't have any harsh lines. I don't know where the brush is from. I got it at Walmart so long ago, but I love it. And then I went in with that contour brush again from MAC, the 168, sorry. And I went into the contour kit and using the darkest shade, I just kind of deepened that contour just a little bit with the hollows of my cheeks just to give it a more dramatic look. And then I used my MAC 239 brush, the same brush I used on the lids of my eyes, to contour my nose using my finger to blend as I went along. So now that we're done with contouring, I'm going to go in and do a little bit of blush. This is from Sephora. It's a 3-in-1. It has a brush, a bronzer, and a highlight. I'm obsessed with this blush. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm using the same contour brush that we used and just putting that on the apples of my cheeks and blending it towards the ear. Now I'm going into the Tamanna palette just to do the lower lash line. I use that color, Noir. It's an extremely pigmented black, so you've got to be a little bit careful for fallout. I used a small brush. It's called the MAC 266. It has a small angle. Technically, I'm pretty sure it's a brow pencil, but I use it for my under eyes. It's really small and really precise, so you can really get in there. So I just lined both my lashes. And then I took the pencil brush that we used previously with a little bit of Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek, that shade that we used on the top lid, and just blending that out just to connect everything and make everything look nice and smooth. And now mascara. This is the mascara I talked about in the first video that I loved. I didn't mention in the first video, it's Maybelline the Colossal Volume Express mascara. It's just in the shade black. I always go for black stuff, as black as it can be. I don't really like brown products. And then I just coat your bottom lashes as well. Give them a nice coat. And now for the star of the show. I don't know if you can tell, I'm obsessed with this. It's called Soft and Gentle by MAC. It's a mineralized skin finished highlight. You can see on my finger how beautiful it absolutely is. So go put that right on your cheekbones. You can see already how absolutely stunning it is. Like, come on. And again on the other side. And I also use that on the bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. It just gives a really, really nice finish. And I ended up using that in my tear ducts as well, just because why not? It is beautiful. And now I wanted to show you guys what this look would look like with a nude lip rather than a colored lipstick. So I used Whirl by MAC, and I'm just going to line my lips, and I also filled my lips in with the same color, and that is the finished look with a nude lip. If you guys want to stop right here, then by all means, it's absolutely beautiful, just like this as well. There's a nice little close-up so you can see. And there is the look with the purple lip that I did in the first video. It is Rebel by MAC. I love this shade. It's so beautiful. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.